Hey everybody, it's Quincy
and Molly,
and we are here with a new All Ears video.
That's right, we are here at EPCOT, going to spend a full day eating and drinking around World Showcase. We're going to show you some of the best bites and beverages, give you some tips on spending your EPCOT day.
Yeah, we're super excited. It's going to be a great day, so let's get going.
Let's get to it. We have made the difficult decision. We are going to start in Mexico.
Which is my personal choice every time. I prefer starting with a margarita and ending with a beer, but you do what you want to do.
Yeah, and you're dressed for Mexico.
I'm also dressed for Mexico. This is one of my favorite of the World Showcase countries because I can see Miguel here.
Perfect. So here's our problem right now, is the better drinks are inside the pyramid, but the better food is outside the pyramid. So where do we go?
Well, okay, this is complicated, but I could get us the food at Shows It in Margarita, and you could go into the pyramid to get us our drink.
Yes.
And then we can
rendezvous.
I
like where your head's at. I also like the fact that I get to go inside.
Yeah, I'll just be out here. I'm sunscreen, so I'm good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Right. Ready, break.
All right, so I am here at Shows It in Margarita. If you are walking around World Showcase, you will definitely walk right past us. It's on the main path in the Mexico Pavilion, and we are gonna grab some beef empanadas, I think. They are a very tasty snack. You get 2 of them, so it's perfect for Molly and I to share. Now, Shows It in Margarita does actually have margaritas as well, obviously, Shows It in Margarita. And one of the most popular ones here is the Fiesta Margarita, which in the past, when I have explored World Showcase and eaten and drinking around, I've definitely tried the Fiesta Margarita. It is very tasty, it's frozen, and it's triple layered, which makes it super yummy because it's a journey of flavor. So I really like that one if you're not feeling like waiting in line to head into the pyramid if it's busy, or if you're just looking for something a lot cooler, more frozen, if you want just a quick margarita instead of running into La Cava del Tequila, then Shows It in Margarita is a good option.
Friendly cast members let me know the tequila cave's right here. Sometimes they do this when it's really busy. It is a Saturday today, so they will do a separate entrance just for the tequila cave. And the entrance to get inside the pyramid will be for shopping, or if you want to do the Grand Fiesta Tour boat ride attraction. If you do have a dining reservation inside the pyramid at San Angel Inn, you don't need to wait in the line for the pyramid. Just show the cast members outside your reservation confirmation, and they'll let you in without any wait. So keep that in mind. But we are headed into the pyramid through the back. La Cava del Tequila, again, this is the tequila cave right here inside the pyramid. They have fabulous margaritas, dozens and dozens of different kinds of tequila and mezcal that you can also do shots of if you'd like that. And again, right now you can do guacamole to go.
All right, so for our first snack of the day, we are having the empanadas de barbacoa, which are beef empanadas with barbacoa beef. They've got crema mexicana, they've got queso fresco, they've got some chipotle sauce, and they're served with a side of street corn. And I'm super excited because they look very good.
And for our first beverage, I have a spare cup here. We're gonna go splitsies. Whew, that was almost tragic. We're gonna go splitsies so we can make it the whole way around the world. But our first one is the El Diablo Margarita. This is one of the specialties in La Cava. It's a spicy margarita. It's got both tequila and mezcal, and then it's got a cucumber jalapeno juice. It's one of my favorite drinks in World Showcase, my favorite drink at La Cava, and I'm very excited for round 1 because this is looking good. Cheers! Air cheers. It's like a boomerang.
Yeah.
But it's not.
But it's just real life
boomerang.
us doing this.
This is us doing it. It's so good.
I'm a fan.
It's so good. I like mezcal more than tequila because I like the smoky flavor.
I'm also a mezcal person.
So I like that this one has the mezcal in it.
It's not overwhelming though. I know for some people who don't like mezcal, it can be a really overwhelming flavor. In this, it's not the predominant flavor, which I think that it is in a lot of drinks.
It's just a little smokiness on the back end. And it's not super spicy either. It's more refreshing, I feel like.
Yeah, there's definitely heat, and if you don't like peppers or spiciness at all, then it's probably not the drink for you, but it's not like at all. Like I don't need a glass of water. It's nice on a hot day.
It's not sweet, it's refreshing, little heat, a little smoky. I love it. This is, like I said, my favorite one there. Other really popular ones are the frozen avocado margarita. That's
my favorite.
That's one of their signatures. That one is creamier and a little bit sweeter. And then basically any fruit you can think of. They have a margarita in Mexico somewhere between La Cava lechosa and the cantina. So.
And I don't like avocado, but that avocado margarita
Really?
is really good.
I love avocado.
Yeah, it's a good margarita.
Once I was working with a nutritionist and they told me I was eating too many avocados.
Aren't they supposed to tell you to eat more avocados?
Not me.
How many were you eating?
Like 4 a day.
That's too many.
And now for snack number 1. This is our first tip for drinking around the world. Make sure you're eating around the world too.
Eat regularly, maybe not every country, that's a lot of snacks, unless you want to.
Yeah, but you need to eat snacks too. And something with protein and meat is a great way to start.
Bread, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mexico is always one of my favorite countries to eat and drink in. It never disappoints. These empanadas are truly one of my favorite snacks in Epcot.
They're not too expensive, they're around $11 and you get 2. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but they're big.
And they're filling and you get that corn. Definitely could be lunch or you can split it and it can be a snack.
Yeah. For a light eater, it's an easy lunch.
Little spice in there, lots of flavor. The spice is definitely coming from that chipotle seasoning, but then you've got the crema and the queso fresco to balance it out.
My favorite part is actually the chipotle sauce because it tastes like enchilada sauce, which is like my favorite thing to get at Mexican restaurants. So
Yeah.
if you like that, you'll probably like this. Also barbacoa.
And that street corn is such a good delight every time. They actually now are serving street corn like on the cob. Like you could get a whole cob of it if you'd prefer. But it's got that chipotle seasoning on it as well. So good. If you're completely heat adverse, this is not for you. But it's more flavorful than it is hot, I think. It's not just hot for hot's sake.
It's got a little kick to it, so if that's not your thing. But the corn's actually my favorite part. And I really like barbacoa, but I also really like corn. The corn's really good. I would get the corn on the cob.
Is it making you un poco loco?
Everything in the Mexico Pavilion makes me un poco loco.
All right, we've made it to country number 2, Norway, and we are headed into Kringla Bakery and Cafe, which is obviously the bakery and cafe here in Norway, to get our second drink. Kringla Bakery just has sweets right now. Before the closure, they'd also do some sandwiches and some savory dishes, but they've got some really unique signature sweets like school bread, which is that creamy custard coconut-filled bread that a lot of people love. They've got the troll horn, they've got the lesse, which is that rolled cinnamon sugar treat. And they've also got, of course, some beverages in here. Great spot to come if you want something a little unique. Before we got into our beer, we saw some friends coming. Hi, Pluto!
Hi, Goofy!
Hi, Goofy! They're so cute. Hi, Mickey! Hi, Minnie! Oh, they're so cute.
I love them so much. All right, so here in Norway, our beverage is going to be a beer. We're having the Aus, which is a Norwegian beer. It is not spelled like that. It's spelled like A-A-S-E, I think.
A-A-S-S?
A-A-S-S.
Sure.
But it's pronounced Aus.
Aus.
And so here we are with the Aus. As you can see, it's a pretty light beer, which I think is both Molly and I's jam. So we're pretty excited. We got an extra cup. We're going to split it, see how it tastes.
Here we go.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I like this one a lot. They also have a white ale here called Einstock that I like a little bit more.
I've had that one. I like that one too.
But from what I understand, you can't get this one very many places outside of Norway. Like Epcot's
really
one of the only places you can get it. So I like drinking it here because it's a little more exclusive.
It kind of tastes similar to like a... I'm trying to come up with
Like a Heineken?
Like a Heineken, but with a little bit more flavor to it.
Yeah.
Like there's more depth when you're drinking it. There's a lot more going on.
Definitely a good light beer if you're a beer drinker. I think you'll find it refreshing, but it's not too exotic. It's not too heavy.
No. But it's still fun because it might not be too exotic, but it is still something you can't get very many places, which is really neat.
Yeah.
I will say if you do like a really light beer, this might be a touch too heavy for you. Because it is, I mean, it's still on the light side, but it's getting into the moderate area.
Yeah. It's definitely darker than like a domestic light beer, like a Bud Light or a Miller Light or something.
Absolutely.
But this might be a good bridge beer if that's what you're normally used to drinking.
Yeah,
this may be an okay step to take.
Yeah.
Goodbye, Norway.
Hello.
China. Ni hao.
Ni hao. All right, so our next stop is Joy of Tea, which is mostly beverages. They actually have egg rolls, which are pretty tasty, but mostly beverages here in the China Pavilion. And we're pretty excited to grab a cocktail here. probably the most popular drink here at Joy of Tea is the Tipsy Ducks in Love, which is probably the cutest name for a cocktail ever on the planet. We're gonna grab that one.
From China, we have gotten the Tipsy Ducks in Love, which is a coffee-based drink, which I know we're both very excited about. It's also got black tea and bourbon in it, as well as some chocolate syrup. They said to make sure we stir, because all that bourbon is right on the top.
Wow.
It's like I'm a professional.
It is like that.
I don't want to touch yours, so I'm just going to put it in there like that.
Very nice. Very nice.
All right, cheers. Country number 3.
Country number 3.
Ooh.
Okay.
Now I'm glad we're splitting all of these so we can make it around the world, but I'm especially glad we're splitting this.
It's very rich.
It's very rich.
Yeah, it kind of tastes like German chocolate cake.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, you can definitely taste the chocolate. You can definitely taste the bourbon. I don't taste a lot of the tea though.
No, I kind of feel like it might be on the very end. Like there's like a ghost, a whisper,
tea.
A whisper of tea.
Tea. Yeah.
I will say I don't know if this would be my choice for a hot EPCOT. Like if I was just picking one drink, I don't know if I'd go with this one on a hot EPCOT day.
It's very hot today, and this is not a refreshing beverage per se.
It is milky tasting.
Yeah, as much as I like coffee.
Yeah, although I will say I actually do like it when we're drinking at all the countries because it's different.
Yes.
Like this is not like the beers we're gonna have, obviously.
Yes.
It's not like the cocktails we're gonna have.
Yeah. There are a few spots to get beer and pretzel in Germany. You can get it right here at this cart. You can get it over at that cart. But it's always smart to look around because here at Summerfest, which is their quick service location, they also serve beer and pretzels, which is obviously what we're getting. It's Germany after all. And look, the wait is in the shade and there's not a line. So make sure you look around. Look at this. We're not gonna wait in line at all. All right, here we go, Germany. Cheers. Prost.
Cheers. Prost.
Prost. It's a German beer. It's delicious.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's similar to the one we had in Norway.
But I would say a little bit better.
Yeah, it's Germany. What do
Yeah,
you
it's just,
expect?
I mean, they're the beer people.
Yeah.
It's like the land of the beer.
This is a pretty simple one. There's definitely darker. There's definitely also lighter.
This is right in the middle of the road.
This is a nice lighter one. If you do a domestic lager, like a Bud Light or a Miller Lite, this is probably the one you're going to want to try.
Yeah. It's still, now it's got a little bit more flavor than a Bud Light. Like a Bud Light, it's like,
Yeah,
you know, whisper
water.
of beer. This is beer.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good though. It's really good. A really popular other option is the Schafferhofer grapefruit beer. A lot of people love that one.
It's
as well.
very fruity. If you like your beer not to taste super beery,
Yeah,
then the Schafferhofer is a great option. Like if you're drinking around the world and you want to go to Germany, you want to get a beer in Germany, and you're not a beer drinker, Schafferhofer.
yeah, definitely. But yeah, this is a great beer. I think it's going to be hard to find a better beer than Germany.
Yeah.
All right, and now it's pretzel time.
Pretzel time.
Pretzel cheers.
Pretzel cheers.
I'm going to say it. This isn't my favorite pretzel.
I'm not the pretzel connoisseur that Molly is, and I'll tell you that this is definitely passable. But in my opinion, the dip makes the pretzel.
You can get mustard, but where's the cheese?
Where's the beer cheese? We're in Germany.
I want beer cheese with my pretzel. So this is great. Again, it's huge, obviously. Definitely shareable if you're drinking around the world. Good to have a carb.
I really like a big make or break thing for pretzels to me is the large salt granules. So I actually think that's making this pretzel for me. Like I agree with Molly, it's not my favorite pretzel, but I like it probably because it's got that nice quality big salt on it.
It's definitely a better quality pretzel than like a Mickey pretzel probably, but I'm all about that Pongu Pongu pretzel over at Animal Kingdom.
Baseline Tap House pretzel.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, we have arrived in Italy, and our stop here is going to be the wine cellar. There are a couple of options of places you can stop in Italy. We thought about going to the wine cellar. We thought about going over to Tutto Gusto, which is a walk-up right now, but we settled on the wine cellar. And I think we're gonna have to go for some limoncello. Sounds pretty Italian to me. But yeah, if you didn't know about this, you might walk right past it. The entrance is right on the main stretch of World Showcase, and it's a great spot to get some nice Italian wines.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ciao. That's hello. I don't know how to say cheers in Italian. Salute. Sounds right.
Sure.
Sure. So lemony fresh.
It's very lemony fresh. It tastes like lemon drop candy.
Or pine sol.
Or both.
But in a good way.
Yeah, good.
I love lemon.
Good pine sol.
Lemon is, I've gotten old, is one of my favorite flavors for desserts and stuff. And this tastes kind of like drinking dessert.
Yeah, it's kind of like a lemon meringue. Although, of course, like, you know, we're drinking shot size. This is liquor. So
Yeah.
it's got more burn than anything else we've had today because
Yeah.
it's got,
Yeah.
it's all of it.
Another good reason to share things
Yes.
as you go.
Yeah. And also, you don't need, like, you know, some things you want to take like a shot, but this you don't need to take like a shot. We're
Just sip on
sipping. It's nice. It's sweet.
Feels like we're in Italy.
It's
We're
like
really
drinking
there.
candy.
Yeah.
Candy-
Dumbledore would like this.
Dumbledore would like this. He loves him some lemon drop candies.
Yeah. I have a question. Now, there's no attraction here in Italy. There's a few Disney movies set in Italy. What Disney movie should get an attraction here?
Can I say something very not what you expect me to say?
Yeah.
I think in advance that Luca should get an attraction here.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be fun.
It's not even out yet, but
I'm
the
very
trailer
excited for
looks
Luca.
very good. And why the reason I say that is I think the art style is really nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I was going to say Lizzie McGuire.
I was gonna say as a close second, Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah. Or some kind of roller coaster on spaghetti, like in the Lady and the Tramp, like, but you're like the meatball. Like the vehicle's a meatball.
You're the meatball. Okay.
And then the track is a spaghetti noodle.
You start in Lady's mouth and you end in Tramp's mouth.
Yeah.
This is what dreams are made of. Hey now, this is what dreams are made of. Italy mashup. This is the night, what a beautiful night, and they call it Bella Notte. Hey now,
Hey.
Bella Notte.
Hey.
Wow.
We are international
Are we?
pop stars.
Are we international?
We're on our
pop stars?
way.
Wow.
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 We may be entering the American Adventure, but Quincy is very excited because Mariachi Cobra is playing.
They're my favorite.
And she's dancing like this, just totally normal. Howdy, y'all. We're in America now. So there are a couple places to get a drink here, but we are headed inside the Regal Eagle Smokehouse. Now they have a walk-up bar here that you can walk up, and they actually have a great menu, a lot of really good specialty cocktails. But the most signature of them, the Tennessee Lemonade, you can actually get inside as well. So I mobile ordered it for us so that we can go sit inside for a little bit and get a break from the heat, which is another great tip. It's super hot in EPCOT today. It will likely be super hot when you're here. Anytime you can take a break, sitting is great, and sitting inside is even better. Regal Eagle, if you haven't been, is a new quick service location here in American Adventure. It opened up just a little bit before the closure last year, and it is a loosely Muppets themed barbecue restaurant. So they've got brisket and ribs and burgers and chicken, and it's really delicious. So great spot to come in and get something to eat. I really like Regal Eagle. I almost am sad it's at EPCOT because EPCOT already has so much good food that it almost is a shame. But if you are in the mood for barbecue, or if you love the Muppets, come in here. Maybe come in here and just get a drink. They have great banana pudding if you're looking for something sweet. But if you look, all the Muppets are having a barbecue competition, and it's hosted by Sam Eagle.
So here we've got the Tennessee Lemonade. This is made with Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey, wouldn't you believe it? Plus Minute Maid lemonade and some peach. Sounds very American. We're very excited to try it.
All right, cheers, y'all.
Cheers, y'all.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw.
Okay. I'm not mad at that.
This is one of my favorite things we've had today, I think.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad that Regal Eagle opened, because before Regal Eagle or the bar existed, you had to go to the Fife and Drum and get like a frozen Jack Daniel's lemonade that wasn't very good.
Or a Bud Light. Or like an American beer.
Or a Yingling.
Yingling.
Sometimes they'd have craft beer over at the other side of the pavilion, and you could do flights, which I am into. But you couldn't get a good cocktail in America.
No, and this is a good cocktail.
Yeah.
And this isn't the only option. There's like a ton of really good cocktail options at the outdoor bar. You don't even have to mow board and come in.
Yeah, they have a frozen mint julep out there. They've got a daiquiri out there. They've got some really great mocktails out there too.
Yeah, which is awesome, because sometimes you might want to drink and eat around the world with someone who doesn't drink or doesn't want to drink in every country. If you don't want to drink in every country, you can grab a mocktail here, which is really nice.
The berry sparkler is really good. It's like sparkling water with some fruit. It's really good.
Yeah.
So I love that one.
Also a good way if you're feeling the effects, or if you're feeling sick at all by this country, coming in to the air conditioning or grabbing a mocktail instead.
Yep.
America's a good country to mellow out. Plus it's America.
Yeah. And we got waters too, again.
Yep. Water's every country.
Anytime
That's
you
my
can get a
motto.
water, you need a water. So yeah,
Just
I like
as good
this.
as a cocktail.
I taste the peach more than I thought I would.
Yeah, me too. And it's kind of an afterthought on the menu. It's like, yeah, Jack Daniel's whiskey, Minute Maid lemonade, and there's peach. But it's pretty peachy.
But the lemonade balances it, and it's tart. It's not too sweet. It's more tart than sweet, but it's got that hint of peach. And then you can taste that it's alcohol, but the Jack Daniel's isn't like aggressive.
I would say this might be one of the only cocktails we've had so far that both someone who prefers sweeter drinks and someone who prefers more like heady drinks would like.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I like this one a lot.
I do too. Very good.
Good job, Regal Eagle. I would like to credit Sam Eagle specifically with this cocktail.
Well, he wouldn't have it any other way. So I would like to credit Sam Eagle and also America.
Sure. But mostly Sam Eagle.
But mostly.
Konnichiwa. We have made it to Japan, where we are going to get sake, because that feels like the correct thing to drink when you're in Japan. And here at the Garden House, which is this little kiosk right here, we're gonna head in there. They've got a lot of different sakes as well as some sake cocktails.
Our drink here in Japan is the violet sake, which as you can see is beautiful. It is a combo of purple pear, lime juice, and sake. Sounds pretty good, looks pretty good. Let's give it a shot.
Oh.
Interesting.
I don't know if I didn't know if I was gonna like this, because I'm not a huge sake fan, but that's actually very refreshing.
It kind of tastes like, and this is very surprising to me, it kind of tastes like candy, like almost a sour, like gummy worm on the end, but it's not sour, but it tastes
like candy.
Like candy.
Yep. And it's obviously beautiful.
You know when you eat sour crystals, like when you finish a bag of Sour Patch Kids and you get a bite that's too many sour crystals? It's like that, but not sour at all. Does that make this clear at all?
No.
It's yummy. Next up, Morocco. We've made it over to our next country. We are stopping in this time actually at a table service restaurant. This is Spice Road Table, which is a tapas style restaurant. It's actually, in my opinion, an underrated gem of World Showcase. It's one of my favorite places to eat in all of EPCOT, and they have some really awesome small plates like hummus fries, very tasty, very fun.
Now there is a walk-up bar here at Spice Road Table. It's a full bar, so if you'd like to just come in and get a cocktail, you can do that. What we've decided to do though is actually sit down and have some tapas as well as our cocktail. We did the mobile wait list, which you can do in the My Disney Experience app. The way the mobile walk-up works is you go like you're gonna make a dining reservation and then click now. And then it'll tell you which restaurants are available. So in EPCOT at the time, it was Spice Road Table, which only had a 5-minute wait. And then there was also availability over at the Rose and Crown, 45-minute wait. You type in your party information, they get you a text to let you know you're on the list, and then they send you a text when you're ready. So that's a great way to maybe, if you didn't want to plan on a dining reservation, but you're working your way through the park and you're like, wow, I really would love to sit and relax for an hour, you can do that. We're trying something a little different here in Morocco. Now they do have sangria, but it's actually from Spain, the one that they have at Spice Road Table. They do have sangria in the pavilion you could try if that's what you wanted. But we are trying this iced Moroccan mint tea that is served with gin, and it has a mint leaf and a lemon on it, and it looks very refreshing. So I'm pretty excited about this one.
We also thought it was about time for another snack. So while we're sitting here at Spicer Table, we grabbed the hummus fries, which are very good. You don't think of them a lot when you're walking around World Showcase because there's a lot of other more snazzy stuff, but these are basically these fried hummus sticks, and you dip them in this delicious sauce. They've got cucumbers and little pieces of tomato on them.
All right,
Oh,
cheers.
I have something in my mouth.
To Morocco.
Cheers to Morocco. Wow. This might be my new favorite.
Talk about refreshing.
So I love the Moroccan mint tea anyway. Like, you can get it hot or iced at most of the Moroccan restaurants. It is so good. I really love the hot tea. If you're ever eating at Restaurant Marrakesh, which is closed right now, you're in the air conditioning, go for the hot tea if you like hot tea. It's so good. But they have an iced tea here that's equally delicious, non-alcoholic. Obviously, this one has gin in it, and wow, does it work.
Yeah, this is delicious. And I'm not a huge gin person.
Me neither.
Like, that's not a liquor that I choose a lot, but it's really working. The kind of piney flavor of gin is really working with the minty tea.
Yeah.
And now hummus fries. So look at them right there. They literally are just hummus that they freeze and then fry. There's not breading on it or anything. It's just spices. And they fry it
That's
up.
genius and amazing.
Yep. There's so much flavor in this.
It's so good. Like, so good. I'm not big on fried stuff, but that's what's great about these is that I get the flavor of fried stuff without it being, it's not greasy, it's not greasy, it's not oily. If you drop it on the table, that's your business. But it is so light and still filling, and
there's a little bit of zest, a little kick from the dipping sauce. Everybody thinks of like France, Mexico, but don't skip on Morocco.
don't skip on Morocco.
Maybe if you have really, really picky people in your family, you're not going to find stuff here, but if you're a little more adventurous, this is a great spot.
Yeah, I would say actually the drink isn't too adventurous, but these hummus fries are a little more, they've got that zest to them, they've got more spices that are a little unfamiliar, but
But if you're a little more of an adventurous eater, definitely consider a cocktail and a tapas here at Spice Road. It's lovely. There's a breeze. We got the lake and Spaceship Earth behind us, and Thanos' ship that we're hoping he doesn't take us onto.
if it happens, it happens.
For France, we are getting one of the most notorious EPCOT drinks here at this little stand, Les Vins des Chefs de France. It is the slushies. Now, they have 2 year-round. There's an orange one with Grand Marnier, Grey Goose orange juice, and rum. And there's a lemon one with Grey Goose citron, vodka, and lemonade. So these are probably one of the most popular drinks when you're drinking around the world. They usually also have a variety of it, a different version at the festival kiosks. Like right now it's Flower and Garden, so they have one there that's got grape and lime in it. But we're gonna stick to the classic today and grab one from this little cart. I will say, no matter what, France is going to win for cutest cup today.
I've never felt more fun in my entire life.
This is like a party cup.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah, this is great. Good job, France. Also, there's a giant one of these that's literally like
Oh my gosh,
twice
yes.
as big.
It is huge.
Huge.
Like,
Obviously, we weren't
shareable.
going to drink that today.
No, we're sharing one of the little ones.
If you were going to do less countries, you could have a bunch of people drink that big one.
Yes.
And be really fun.
I'd also like to point out that we're obviously splitting it, but these cups don't stop where the martini glass stops.
Yeah.
They go all the way down in the stem.
A healthy
It is a healthy
pour.
portion. Yes.
All right. Cheers to France.
Cheers to France.
I know I say I don't like sweet drinks, but there's something special about this.
This might be it tastes like a creamsicle. It tastes exactly like a creamsicle.
A boozy creamsicle.
A boozy creamsicle. And ours are melty because it's probably 1 billion degrees out.
Somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there.
But it's so good. This one definitely, creamsicle is the best way to describe it, but you can definitely taste that it's alcoholic.
Yes.
The lemon one tastes like a frozen lemonade, kind of.
Yeah, it's yummy. I actually, in general, prefer lemon over orange, but for the slushes in the France Pavilion, I think the Grand Marnier orange one is the way to go.
Yeah, this is delicious. This is a fan favorite for a reason, and I feel like this is a good one for if you are just dabbling and you
Yes.
don't want to drink a lot, but you want something refreshing and
Yes.
delicious, this is a good one. And something unique. You're not going to get this. It's not just
No.
a beer. It's not just a glass of wine. It's
Yeah.
something a little special.
Yeah, and it's not even something that's like strictly something you can get in France. It's kind of like a unique creation for the EPCOT France Pavilion, which
Yeah.
is what's fun.
I love it.
It is very tasty too.
Now, I think we'd be remiss if we stood in France and didn't talk about our pal Remy.
I do love Remy.
His attraction's opening later this year.
I'm very excited. October 1st.
Yes,
Big
Remy's
day.
Ratatouille Adventure.
Also the 50th anniversary of all of Disney World.
I'm very glad they're doing both those things on the same day. It will not be busy at all.
No, it'll be a super easy day on the job.
But I have to ask, if Remy was going to cook you something, what would
Okay.
you want him to cook you?
I want the soup from the beginning of the movie. I want the soup.
That soup looks so good.
Like, before Remy gets his hand on it, whatever. Fancy restaurant
once
soup.
Remy's
But
like-
once Remy, I'm sorry. Once Remy gets his paws on it. Once Remy gets
Good
his
correction.
paws on it and he starts,
Whip it up. Well, he puts little shallots in there, little shroomies
this is
and
what he's doing. He's
spices.
running around he's on the
Oh
spoon.
my
like,
gosh, yes, Remy. Yes,
it is,
Remy.
that is art.
Yeah.
Food is art when Remy gets
I
his
want
paws
that
on
soup
it.
too. That's a great
That's
answer.
the soup is my answer.
I think I want to steal the soup answer because that was a really good choice, and I love soup.
I'll take it.
Professional soup. Creamy professional
I love
soup.
any soup.
Okay, real talk, friends. If you're drinking and eating around the world, you're probably going to need to use the restroom. The best restrooms are in the following countries: the United Kingdom, American Adventure,
That's my favorite.
Norway, Germany, France.
Morocco when they're open.
Morocco's closed. So keep those in mind. Write those down. You'll need it. We promise. We're in our second to last country.
Very exciting.
But we have to split up again.
Well, bye.
Bye. See you with a beer.
See you with fish and chips. So, Rose and Crown is kind of a two-for restaurant. You've got the Rose and Crown pub. There's also the Rose and Crown dining room, which is a full table service restaurant. But we are stopping into the Rose and Crown pub to grab ourselves a pub blend for this next stop on our tour around World Showcase. Rose and Crown Pub is well known for having a lot of really tasty pub blends. My favorite is the Black and Tan. And right now, due to the global health crisis and some health measures, you can't drink inside or at the bar. You do have to head outside, but not a big deal. Still got some pretty tasty brews.
While Quincy grabs our pub blend from the Rose and Crown, I am going to grab our final snack for the day, fish and chips from the Yorkshire County Fish Shop. They are a delicious treat here in the United Kingdom. They do also do fish and chips inside the Rose and Crown. You can get them to go, and they're very good as well, but I think most people go for the fish and chips walk-up counter, which is why we're going with that.
All right, so our drink here in the UK Pavilion is going to be the Snake Bite. The Snake Bite is actually going to be a mix of Harp beer and Strongbow cider. So I'm super excited to give this a taste. Sounds super refreshing for this end of day drink.
It's my favorite thing from the pub.
Wow.
Yeah. Here is our delicious fish and chips. And first of all, can we please admire these new spiffy trays from the Yorkshire that have a little spot for your fish and chips and then your drinks?
Gorgeous.
They're amazing.
Trays are amazing.
Wow, it does not take much to amuse us, but
No.
this was nice to carry. So again, got some waters, and then
Big waters.
Big waters. Yorkshire is doing it right, is what I'm trying to say. Then you get your fish and chips. It's either one big piece or two smaller pieces depending on the fish. It's usually some kind of really mild fish like haddock or cod, and then you can get your condiments. I always like to get some tartar sauce, and I would drown each fry in a packet of malt vinegar if I could, but I don't know if everyone feels that way.
I don't.
So I guess I can't do that because Quincy won't let me. But here's our final snack of the day, the good old fish and chips.
You're a monster.
I am a monster, but I love it.
Ooh, I can smell it.
It smells so good.
It's like burning my nose hairs. She's opening another package. Somebody stop her.
I can't be tamed.
I understand that I'm the one who should stop her, but I'm not doing it.
I cannot be tamed. Cheers. Fish cheers.
Fish cheers. As they say in the biz.
Totally normal thing to do. It's so good.
Oh, it's so good. It falls apart in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
It's crunchy, but it's not oily.
I literally was in line and I was like, we've eaten so much today. I don't know if I want fish. And now that I have it, it's
I'm
like
gonna
all I
inhale
want.
the entire thing
all
in
I want.
approximately 2 bites.
Now, I will say the fries aren't my favorite because I prefer a skinnier fry.
I'm a skinny fried gal as well. This isn't what I want. Where's the
You want
tartar sauce? Molly tried to trick me into eating vinegar.
It's so good. Please let us know in the comments if you're team tartar sauce or team malt vinegar.
Yeah, I'm B team tartar sauce. It's the correct answer.
Team vinegar.
Team tartar sauce. Tartar sauce.
You know I'm right. Everyone knows I'm right. It is so good. The batter is so good. It's so flaky and crispy. Nice
The
mild
batter's
fish.
light. It's not like aggressive at all, which, I mean, sometimes you get fish and chips and it's like, this is more fried batter than anything, but this is not. It's mostly beautiful pieces of fish. Beautiful
Lightly fried.
steak frites.
And again, you can get it in a pub to go. It's probably going to be a bigger portion because that's coming from the full service restaurant. But you can do that as well.
I think it's 3 pieces.
And I feel like fish and chips are a must
Yeah.
while you're in the UK and at EPCOT. And another great snack if you're going to be drinking around the world because it's protein,
Very hearty.
but it's not so full that you're going to feel like,
Yeah.
ugh,
Yes,
when you eat it.
exactly. Which is very important.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 for the fish and chips. All right, time for a snake bite. Cheers, mate.
Cheers to the UK. Yum.
It hits so good in my belly.
It's very good.
This is one of my all-time favorite drinks in EPCOT. This is something I got long before I did this job. It's one of my favorite things when I'm talking about drinking around the world. I love basically anything from the UK, but this is my absolute favorite.
It's very good. It's split with cider, of course, so it's a little bit different from the pub blends that are just straight beer. My favorite is actually the black and tan, which I like because I love the flavor of Guinness, but I can never finish a Guinness, ever,
Yeah,
because
you
they're
gotta share
an
with
entire
somebody.
dinner. It's like eating
It's a meal.
Thanksgiving,
It's like eating a loaf of
drinking a
bread.
Guinness. Maybe that's not true for other people, but for me,
I think that's true for a lot of people.
yeah. So the black and tan is part Guinness, and that makes it a lot easier to drink. But this is pretty tasty too. I'm not a big cider person, so I'm getting the cider flavor without having to have like a cider.
It's not so sweet like a
Yes,
cider is.
yes.
And what I like to do when I order, a little pro tip, if you don't like super sweet things either, is instead of going 50-50, I'll ask them to go like 70-30, more beer than cider. So then you just get that little bit of crisp cider, but it's mostly the beer flavor.
And you can do that, of course, with any of the pub blends.
Yep.
Like if you like more beer than cider, like ask for more beer. If you like more cider than beer, ask for more cider.
Yeah.
If you love Guinness but you want to try the pub blend, go the black and tan, light on the other beer, heavy on
Yeah.
the Guinness.
Yeah, get creative, have
Yeah.
fun. But I feel like for me, a must do when I'm in Epcot and eating and drinking is visit the pub.
Visit the pub.
It never lets me down.
It's one of my favorite spots. It does during normal times, not so much now, but during normal times, the pub gets very, very busy in the
Very
evening
true.
time because a lot of people love the pub. They
they
like
stay
spend their
in
day
there
at the
'cause it's air
pub.
conditioning.
They stay in there because it's air conditioned, and the restaurant has seating by the water. So the whole area tends to be very busy towards the end of the day. So just a heads up
Yeah.
that if you really want to get in, you might want to go a little earlier than you might be wanting to.
Yeah, but I give this a 10 out of 10. Always.
Very good.
I love it.
So yummy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Almost made it to the end, but this is truly one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Also, we're not quite to the end yet, but we're one country away. We must be those people. We have to remind you.
Yep. Safety talk.
Safety Talks.
TM.
Safety Talks with Molly and Quincy TM.
Safety talks with Molly and Quincy. We're having a fun time, but here's Safety Talks TM.
Yep. Just vibing at Epcot Around World Showcase, but we're going to have Safety Talks with Molly and Quincy's TM.
TM.
Come to Epcot, eat and drink your way around the world, have a good time.
It is an amazing time.
It's one of my all-time favorite things to do at Walt Disney World,
Yes.
but you still at a family theme park.
Yep. You got to be safe, be courteous to other people, be courteous to the cast members, and make sure you're not driving home.
Yes, and when you're at the park, remember, it's a family theme park. There are lots of little ears around. If you wouldn't want it said to your child or your little brother or your niece or nephew or anything like that, maybe not the place to say whatever you're thinking.
And they're listening. Kids are wily.
Yeah.
They're listening all the time.
They're listening. So keep
Yeah.
that in mind. And then like Quincy said, do not drive home. We took rideshare here, and it's been almost 8 hours that we've been doing this.
Yes.
And we've split every single drink. We've had water almost every stop. We've had snacks
Yes.
or something to eat almost every country. So drink around the world, eat around the world, have fun, but be safe. Don't drive. Take Disney transportation. Take rideshare.
Yeah.
Have a friend drop you off. And just remember that you're at a family theme park.
Yep. You can have a great time,
Yes.
but you can
do
be
it
cool too.
responsibly. And it's cool to do it that way.
It is cool. I feel cool.
We said so, and we're really cool.
Yeah. Have you guys, I mean, I would say dope almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can trust us.
Hi, you're so pretty with your polka
I think he
dots.
might be old. Is he old?
He's just a little, yeah, maybe he's
old.
He's seen things. Last up, Molly is grabbing us our final drink at the Canada Popcorn Cart. Of course, this spot is most famous for having maple popcorn, which is delicious. Who doesn't love some Disney popcorn? Add maple flavoring and oh my gosh, it's delicious. But we are grabbing a beer here today. They also have cocktails, including a frozen Coca-Cola with Crown Royal whiskey. Very yummy. I've had that before and it's tasty. But we are wrapping up with a beer. Say hi, Molly.
Our final beverage of the evening is a Moosehead Lager from Canada, which is very fitting. But TBH, we wanted a Le Fin du Monde, which is a beer that they sell in Canada, but unfortunately they were out. So we went with the classic. Good. It's so good. If you have the chance to get that one, it's like a light wheat beer. It's delightful. But this is a classic Moosehead Lager, and we're gonna toast to Johnny and Moira Rose to end the night. And Alexis and David, we can't forget. That's a great way to end.
This is good.
That's a great way to end. Now, I have to say, when we started out, I kind of was like, should we start in Canada? And you convinced me to start in Mexico.
I am pro Mexico start because in my opinion, after drinking 10 drinks, would you rather drink a cool, refreshing beer or a margarita with tequila?
Yeah, I gotta say, this is the way to do it.
Yeah, in my opinion, I would rather go out easy.
Yeah,
on the
go
beer.
out hard. So I agree, Mexico's the way to start. Let us know in the comments what you think. But this is a very good beer.
I actually think, plot twist, that I like this better than Le Fin du Monde.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we wanted Le Fin du Monde and they were out, so we got Moosehead.
It's very good.
I like this a lot.
It's very refreshing. It's got more flavor than a domestic beer like all of these have, but it's not as Heineken-y.
I was expecting it to be darker because it's called Moosehead. Doesn't that sound dark?
Yeah.
Moosehead sounds like a dark beer.
Yeah.
But this is actually probably the lightest beer we've had today.
Yeah, I actually like this the second most of all the beers after the UK.
All right, so
Yes.
we're on country 11
Yes.
of 11.
Yes.
Out of all of the drinks that we had today,
Yeah.
which country had your favorite beverage?
That is tough because we've had a lot of good stuff today. My normal answer is either pub blend from the UK
Okay.
or a margarita in Mexico.
Okay.
I gotta give right now the edge to the pub blend though, because
Okay.
they're not doing the margaritas are pre-made and then just
Yes.
shaken, and I like it more when you can customize the margaritas in Mexico. So I gotta give it to the pub blend, but I want to give a special nod to the Moosehead for being a kind of an underrated beer
love
hit.
that.
I'm
like
a
that
beer
a lot.
fan. I'm a beer drinker, so it was nice to have a surprise beer friend. What about you?
I actually, and this is surprising to me, but I'm giving my favorite of the whole day to the mint tea with gin in Morocco.
Oh, that was a low-key hit.
That was, I mean, it was a sleeper. I wasn't expecting to love that one like I did, but it was very, very tasty and super refreshing. It was pretty late in the game, but still wasn't overwhelming. I
was
love
really
that.
good.
I also have to give a special shout out to the Grand Marnier slush because that was so, I mean, it tastes like a cream. And I don't like sweet drinks, but who doesn't like a creamsicle?
Yeah, it's a classic for a reason.
Yeah, there's a reason that one's one of the most popular drinks in Epcot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now which drink that we had would you skip the next time you were at Epcot?
Ooh. Okay, I think that if I were doing a sort of eating and drinking around the world thing again, I would definitely skip the Tipsy Ducks in Love.
Yeah.
In China. Because that drink was yummy, but it was sweet, it was heavy.
Yeah.
And on such a hot day like today, where we were having a significant amount of different drinks and things like that, it was a little much, even at just the third country.
Yeah.
So I think that would be my skip.
Am I gonna sneeze? No. I would agree with that. I've had that drink before and I've enjoyed it, but it hasn't been a marathon of a day. It's just been like, oh, a coffee cocktail, how delicious.
Oh yeah, on its own, great. Like as a dessert after dinner, or like even if you wanted like, you know, a little something in the morning, it'd be good. But as a part of the gauntlet.
Yeah, I agree. I also gotta say the violet sake in Japan was beautiful and the prettiest thing we drank today. But those just, I'm not a huge pear fan. I'm not a huge sake fan. So for me, it was good and I was surprised at how much I liked it.
Yes.
But I don't know if I need to do that one again.
I'm glad that I drank it, but
Yeah.
I don't think I'd order it again either. It was sweet. I think that you should get it because it's very pretty. I think that it's a very Instagrammable drink. I
Yes.
think the flavors are awesome. To me, it did taste like not sour Sour Patch Kids,
Yeah.
but I'm glad I got it. I
Yeah.
had the experience. I can move on now.
Exactly. But we didn't have anything bad. So
No, nothing
EPCOT,
today was gross.
EPCOT doesn't disappoint.
No, they know what they're doing here in the world.
Well, friends, literally 9 hours later, we did it. We made it all the way around World Showcase.
We had a really awesome time. We would love it if you would let us know in the comments what you think would have been your favorite today. What do you like to eat and drink in World Showcase? We would love to hear it.
Absolutely. And make sure you follow us on social media at AllEars.net. Like, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you never miss a video.
Well, we had a great time today, and until next time, I'm Quincy.
I'm Molly.
And we'll see you soon.
Thanks for watching.
Bye. We're gonna lay down
We need to go get a lift and then take a nap.
and then take a nap.
Yeah. Want to see more of my videos? Click over here. Want to subscribe? You can do that right here. And also, ring that notification bell to make sure you get instantly notified anytime we post a new video. Thanks for following. See you real soon.